And welcome back to the channel. On this video, my friend Keith is back with us. How you doing, Keith?
How's it going, Mark?
Good. And he's got his trusty aerial rider Grizzly with him, version 2 right there. And I've got my still brand new Lyric Graffiti X right there. And on this video, we're going to do something we haven't done in a while. We've been talking about it. We got to beat this one in a race. We got to beat the Grizzly. Graffiti is going to take on the Grizzly. The Graffiti X versus the Grizzly.
Is this even fair?
Probably not, but I just got to have some bike beat that one in a race.
Finally,
because
right?
That one wins every time so far.
Yeah.
So our racetrack is right here. I'm not sure how far down the road it goes. We're going to go to the next stop down there, stoplight, and then we'll turn around and we'll do one more race coming back.
Okay, my prediction will be, I think I'm going to have you maybe for 2 or 3 seconds. I think by the time we get into the next crosswalk, you're going to be already passing me up already. I don't know. Maybe slightly. Well, see where the bike is at in the bike lane?
Yeah.
I think about right in there, you're going to be leaving me behind. That's my prediction.
Okay, and I predict that between this line where we're starting, well, actually we're starting right here where the bikes are.
Okay.
I think I'm going to pass you or start to go by you between the cones there, the safety cones there,
okay,
and that bike symbol that's in the bike lane. So you think it's going to take to the bike symbol, and I think it's going to be halfway between those pylons there and that symbol.
And of course the ground is wet right now, so everybody knows that the Lyric just breaks traction. So I'm probably not going to throttle it fully until I get going a little bit. So we'll see how that is.
Okay, and maybe on the way back you can, if there's nothing down there, you can come fully right from the start.
You want me to do that, or?
It's up to you. If you're,
I'm just going to try to beat you as fast as I can on this one. Then on the way back, then we'll just do a full throttle.
I mean, the other thing we could do is go up to that white line so we don't have the white lines to go over.
Okay, you want to do that? All right.
All right, let's do that.
Okay.
We're going to go down here to the white lines so that we don't have, because these painted lines are slippery, and we don't want anybody wiping out or anything like that. So let's go down.
All right, nobody's coming.
Okay. And what is your voltage at?
I'm at 100%, it says.
Okay, so I'm in volts.
All right.
And I'm at a 65.3, so a little bit under the, I think it goes up, I think I get mine fully charged 66.8. Okay, so we're going to start at this line, so now I'm going to change where I think I'm going to pass you. I think at the end of this first trailer here, where it says think safety, just by there, I think I'll start going by you.
All right, you think so, huh?
And where do you think it'll happen now?
Oh gosh, I think it's hard to say. I think I'm going to just say I'm going to have about 2 seconds on you, and then
I think
once
you'll
your
have
bike kicks in, it's going to be gone.
Okay, I think you're going to have a little more than 2 seconds, but here we go.
Let's
So
do 3. Okay.
So we're going to race. I think Keith's going to beat me off this takeoff because the Grizzly or the Graffiti is a little bit slower on the takeoff, but I think it'll just take, within 5 seconds it gets wound up, it's gone.
I think the rain's going to, it has no traction on this rain. So we'll see how that works.
Okay.
Okay, you want to do the countdown?
Okay, so it'll be 3, 2, 1, and then when I say go, we go.
Okay. 3, 2,
Okay,
1.
and we're going all the way down to the other end. I don't know if I'm going to go full throttle to the other end because once you pass you, I won't need to overdo it, overkill.
Okay. All right, just be real careful.
Okay, so on the 3, 2, 1, go, okay? So 3, 2, 1, go. Well, he's got the lead for longer than I thought. I'm going into a pretty good wind.
I'm actually surprised.
Yeah, it was longer than I thought.
Yeah, what, about 5-6 seconds?
Once this thing, it's like it gets into that next gear, you know, and gets going. Once it gets wound up, it really goes. It just takes a little bit. So if it had your takeoff.
Well, if it had so much wheel spin, I wonder how it would do. Because it was just so much wheel.
Yeah, you might have gone another few seconds before I could catch you. But if this one had that kind of takeoff, you'd be way left in the dust.
Yeah, because I was already at max speed almost by the time you were passing me up. So this bike can get up there.
So I did get it to 46 miles an hour, but I got to tell you that this display is actually a bit lower than the actual speed.
Okay.
So within a mile or 2 per hour slower, so I was probably going more like 47 or 48.
48, okay.
But it was into a pretty good wind. Did you feel that wind when you were riding?
I felt the rain.
And the rain, yeah. So it's a kind of a coolish day, so it's going to affect the speed too. Let's turn around and go down here a bit, so a car, in case they come, we got a head start.
But once again, I really think Lyric puts the power down when you take off. If that thing was wide open, like the Grizzly was, I think it would be no contest.
Do you feel yours get to that speed and kind of just hold there, like you can feel it limited?
Yes.
Yeah.
Like I think this bike could go way faster than what it's limited at. I think this thing could do 40 if
like if both motors are rotating, like the wheels rotating at the same speed, you're not going to get any faster than one motor either, really, not much. Maybe a mile per hour or 2 because they're both working and doing the same thing. But it's where you get the advantage with the dual motors is on hill climbs or the takeoff.
Yes. Yeah.
It gets you up to speed quicker, but it's not going to be any real faster of a bike once it gets going because they're both motors are the same size.
I'm not sure what the torque was on these. So it's like 290 Newton meter torque?
I think it's 100.
About 100 on, 2 motors.
Or something like that. And the controllers on that are 30 amp.
Okay.
But there's 2 of them. Whereas this one has a 80 amp controller.
So 2 30s and 1 80 amp, okay.
Yeah, and this is a higher voltage, so it should be faster and everything. And it is.
Okay, so
all right.
I just run this one?
Should we start from here, or should you get over a little more so I don't have to run into you?
Yeah. Okay, once we get past that, okay, yeah, I see where you're going. Okay, yeah, let's get about right here.
Is this about even?
Yeah.
All right, so this is a little bit sluggish on the start, but it's not bad once it gets going. It takes about 5 seconds.
I'm going to try to control my throttle. I'm not going to throttle it all the way on this one. See if I can.
Sometimes if you don't pin it just a little bit less, it actually goes. I've had it go faster when you don't quite pin it all the way.
Yeah. Okay, I'm going to try that. I'm trying to keep my weight forward too.
All right, and when we get down to the other end, we'll discuss a little bit about this, what our take is on it.
Okay.
All right, so it'll be 3, 2, 1, go again. So 3, 2, 1, go. So that time I was paying attention to the speedometer, and you passed me right when I was getting right at 27 miles an hour. So that. Okay, and so what I did was I went full throttle, and then I kind of let it eased off a bit.
Okay.
Instead of being full, and it just went. I got it up to 47.
47.
That's on the display, and but I think if you have the, I didn't have it. I didn't go. Once it got to 47, I kind of let off. But so 50 is definitely what this bike can do, and with it being cool and kind of a kind of a damp day, you know, I think that affects a little bit of the speed too. But the bike is smooth. Like the Graffiti X is so smooth when you're riding like that. You don't have any worries about, you know, the bike wobbling around or anything. It's very stable and smooth.
That's probably those thick
and
handlebars.
You have a pretty good takeoff on me. I mean, it's maybe a little more than 5 seconds I counted before before I just, and once it passes you, it just blows right by you.
So people don't see the video where my point of view, once Mark passes me, he's gone. Like, there's no chance of even coming back. That acceleration as he's passing me, he stays up like that. And I probably only have about another 5 miles an hour, and by that time Mark's already at like 47 miles an hour probably.
So at what speed were you at when I passed you? Do you know what it was up to?
We're at 27.
27, okay.
And then by the time you're in front of me, I was probably already at maxed out my speed. I was already at like 33.
So 33 was your max?
Yeah.
See, and I know this bike because when I owned it, I've had it up to, like it would go about 36.
Yeah.
Was the top speed?
I think just the battery was starting to go down a little bit. It's only getting to about 33 miles an hour top.
I think this weather.
That
so
too, yeah.
If you add 3 miles onto yours and 3 miles onto mine, that's 50 for that one and 36 for this one. That sounds about right.
Okay.
But you have me in the takeoff.
Yeah, still a good bike.
Yeah, so the next thing we need to do in the future, we'll pick another good day to do this, will be a fun one, is hill climb.
Oh yeah.
And we'll see, because you're going to have definitely an advantage on me, so we'll see if you can maintain that enough going up a hill without me passing you. We'll have to try that.
But not bad, because I just looked at their website, and they're selling their bike right now for $2,800. The Grizzly is.
It is $2,800?
Yeah, they got it on sale.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
That's a pretty good deal for that.
That is pretty good. Yeah.
All right, cool. Well, there we go.
All right. Well, that's going to do it for this video. I finally beat the Grizzly. All right.
Yeah.
It was, you know, I knew it was going to happen. It was inevitable. If the Graffiti X was not going to beat this in a race, then I give up, because
there's no way.
Yeah, you could tell that one was going to. It actually blew by you once it got up to.
Yeah, it was no contest after.
No, if we did a 10-second race, you'd win. But anything above 10 seconds, it's lights out.
Now, do you know? Okay, so when you're catching up to me, so I have the lead. You're catching up to me. What speed are we at? Because I can't.
You know, I didn't look at that. I was trying to count how many seconds. It took probably about 10 seconds to catch you, I think.
So how far ahead was I then? Was I up there pretty good? I have to look at the video.
Yeah, we'll have to look at it in the playback and see. But it was good. It was fun. So maybe in the future we'll do another one, another day, where you take a head start of some and see if I can still catch you.
Okay.
Like in a quarter of a mile, if you had a 1/8 of a mile head start, would I be able to catch you? I think so.
Oh yeah, well it depends how much road you got.
Because it takes down the mileage goes down pretty quick when you're going that fast. I can track you down. I think the hill climb will be the interesting one though.
Yeah, that will be a good one.
Because you're going to be able to get off to that great start with the dual motor, because it just flies up hills, right? Whereas this one here, if it has a sluggish start, can it recuperate in time to catch you?
Yeah, and I want to know, so on the hill, you know, as you mentioned that we can get to about 30 miles an hour on this bike, but on a steep hill, it probably only does about 20, you know? So now can your bike, on that same hill, can that
maintain
go past 20 miles an hour? So
I think once it gets going, it should be able to.
Yeah, I'm kind of curious
I think the only thing that's going to hold this Graffiti X back is the takeoff. I think once it gets wound up, I think it's going to climb anything.
Oh, yeah.
But it's just that takeoff. If you're at a complete standstill, a stop, dead stop at the bottom of a hill, depending on how steep, some of these hills we got here are really steep, you know that. And I don't know how this thing would handle that. Like, is it just going to die before it is actually able to get enough traction to get up that hill?
Nah, I think they deliberately make it like that, because honestly, when you're riding on the street, you don't want all that power right away. You kind of want it to be gradual. No, I think that's what they did.
Yeah, and I mean, at intersections, cars don't take off that much ahead of me. Like, I'm able to keep up behind them. Most cars, you know, just suddenly take off. But yeah, I mean, the hill climb is the true test, I think, that we're going to see.
Well, we'll get that on a dry day.
Yeah, we'll get it on hopefully a nice, a little bit warmer day too.
Yeah.
All right, that's going to do it for this video. If you like this video, go ahead and hit the like button. And if you'd like to subscribe to the channel, thank you very much. Just hit that subscribe button. If you want to be notified as to when the next video comes up on the channel, just hit that notification bell. And if you want to comment on this video or any other videos, go ahead and leave that in the comments below. Once again, thank you for joining Keith and I. Thank you, Keith, on this video. And until next time, keep your wheels on the road. See you later.